Welcome to the stream. How's everyone doing today? We got a few people on so far. Welcome. I'm just going to be working on some motion graphics and stuff today. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them. How you guys doing? Hey. Welcome to the stream. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Also, how's it sound? Everything going okay? Hopefully everything is working. What's up? Lots of emojis. I like it. So how many people are here from the Discord server? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys should totally go join that. There's a video on my channel. I'm just working on making some like little motion graphic intro like things. If you guys have any like tips, ideas, anything like that, or questions, let me know. Just gotta find my graphics here. I want to add now. Let's get the Davinci Resolve logo. 1. What is the 1 supposed to mean? Oh, from the Discord? That's probably it. 1 person. I get it now. Let's go and view that. How's everyone's day going? Oh, that's funky. From Discord, yep. That's cool. How are you enjoying that so far? Liking that so far? That's good. Let's go ahead and add some motion blur. Motion blur is always nice. I don't know how good it's going to look in this situation, but probably can't hurt it too much at the moment. You guys have any questions? Looks like we got 9 people watching at the moment. Well, let me know. that's almost rendered. And there we go. I'm liking that so far. Could even use like a time offset on this. That'd be kind of cool. Let's try this. Merge this up. Right, so what I'm doing here is using a bitmap node, and what I'm going to do in the bitmap is bring the level of this down, okay? And now in the time speed, what we'll do is we'll just add like a bit of a delay. Actually, wait a minute, I'm doing this backwards. The delay will need to be on this one. Now if we add a bit of delay and view this, it's way too much delay. Should give us some kind of cool effects. Something like that. Okay. Probably out of topic. However, I look for ideas for making a bunch 50 plus pictures more interesting. So, could make like a slideshow thing. I'm working on a project on how to do like slideshows and stuff. Like 3D slideshows. Here, let me show you that. I got like a ton of projects. I'll just move these off to the side so you guys don't have to look at all those. Let's see. Now, where did I save it? I have tons of folders inside of Davinci Resolve. The thing that I'm doing so far though is going pretty slow inside of Resolve, or like the playback. I was able to make it pretty quick. It looks pretty cool. So, this is it. What you can do is I'm going to be making a preset, and you can switch out all of these images with other things. So would something like this be kind of what you're looking at? Kind of glitched there. This is all done in 3D, depth of field, motion blur. So that's why it takes a little while to render. I have it exported as EXR. But yeah, 9 images in that total. So I mean, you could try something like that. I'll show you a little bit how this is done here quick. I'm planning on making a tutorial in the future. So let's see here. I'll just take that out. So this is the setup. It's kind of simple. So pretty much you have these image groups, and inside the group makes the little photo cards, right? And it just says the input that the picture goes into. Okay. And so I could put any photo in any of these that I want. And each one of these is just put onto an image plane. Okay. As you can see, they all have different transform values. And then they're all merged up. And then they have a camera that has some funky movements on it, as you can see. Let's bring the proxy down so we can play back a little faster. I'll check motion blur and high quality there. So yeah, the camera will just pan around and gets rendered out. You could even do like shadows and lighting on this if you wanted. Then we have the depth blur, which, I mean, you could just use the camera's focus, but if you watch my video on the depth blur, that's going to be a lot better for this. Then we just have this fast noise background that's merged up, and a soft glow. So the soft glow adds a lot to it, as you can see the difference here. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So that should be coming soon. If you want, at the moment, I could send you this setting file on Discord? Would you be interested in that? Because I can do that. And if so, what's your Discord username? Is it the same as your YouTube one? Because I can definitely send that to you if you want it. Keep in mind it's not perfect yet, but let's go back to this motion graphics project and continue working on this. So this is what we have at the moment. Oh, the playback stuff is still messed up. Maybe not. Why is that so low resolution? Shouldn't be. There we go. Does anyone have any questions about Davinci Resolve? Anything like that? Just working on making some, like a little motion graphic intro thing here. It's kind of cool. And it's taking a little while to play back. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's because I'm streaming. Okay, I will copy your name and I will send that to you then. Let's find you here. Just gonna look, let's get this playing here. Wow, there's a lot of people online right now. This is pretty cool. Okay. And I will message. Let me just find where I saved this now and then I can send that to you. Let me know what you think about it. There we go. So just all you have to do is drag that into a fusion composition. I believe it's like upper 9 seconds or something like that. How do I create the spinning ellipse? Just wait, I kind of messed that up. Let's see. So as you can see, down here I have one mask. And what this is, I'll just go through each one. I'm also going to turn off motion blur just so it's a little faster, if that's okay. What it is, I just have it on not solid. Then I have the border width at 1, and then the width and height also at 1, okay? And if you do an expression, the width will control the same as the height, okay? And then what I do is I'll just animate the length coming out. You have to make sure the cap style is set to flat. And I also animated the rotation. Then what I did is I took the ellipse into a bitmap and just made it a little darker, with the level. Then I took the original one, put that into a time offset so it's back just a little bit. Merged those together to get that effect. And then that goes into a background. And then that merges up with my logo. So you're working so fast. Like I planned this before the stream. I did not plan this before the stream. I planned it like 5 minutes before. Like, hey, I'm just going to do a stream. Work on some motion graphics. So no, I did not plan it. Or this whole project out. I spent a lot of time in Davinci and Fusion, so I kind of know what I'm doing. Yeah. Do you guys have any other ideas for this that can make this look a little bit better? So I have this, then I think I'll have the logo animate down just a little more, a little faster, maybe come up, and grab some text. Do something like Davinci Resolve Community. There we go. Awesome. Yeah. Go ahead and make that. It's a really cool effect. Not many people use it. And I love the look of it. this logo for you. No, this is the Davinci Resolve logo. I'm making this just to play around and possibly for the Davinci Resolve community Discord server. If not, how many did it cost? Yeah, I'm not getting paid for this. So I'm not. I didn't have to pay for any of this. Maybe some light rays. That is a good idea. I like that. Let me just get this text animated, then I'll go ahead and do that. That is a good idea. Make sure that's still all the way up, just on these ones. There we go. So now it's actually a hit S on our keyboard. That's going to make it ease a lot more. That's kind of a cool effect. I like that. Alright, I'm gonna skip the text at the moment actually and do the light rays. Excuse me. Let's go ahead. Let's add some rays. Oh, which one's the right? I think it's rays. Yeah. And what we'll do is we'll set this to, can I not connect it to that path? Oh, I guess it's not animated, really. Let's animate this. There we go. Yeah, that transform's looking a little funky there. Alright, let's just shrink this up like that. Go ahead and smooth these. Okay, could you maybe cover making objects like callouts or arrows with motion? Yeah, you know, I could put some like arrows into it. For the callouts, I have a callout title tutorial. It's pretty easy to follow, and I'm possibly working on making a callout title pack, but I'm having a few issues with that, just making it seamless. Now we'll connect the rays to the path 1. If we view that, that's weird. Actually, wait, I'm just gonna put this in the media. This one. I messed up. Why is that happening? Let's try taking a background, just making it transparent. Merging it up here. Just flip that. Control T to flip, in case anyone's wondering. Alright, sounds good. But maybe I'll cover some of the arrow stuff in this stream. So now we just gotta figure out how to make this actually look good here. That's kind of a weird look. What do you guys think? Maybe like a little more decay. That's cool. I like that. No. How do I make a black screen transparent? Also have a tutorial on that, but I can show you real quick, okay? So let's say I'll just grab 2 backgrounds, okay? And the top one's gonna be white, and I will just put a mask on. Okay, so imagine that that is your white object. Okay, and now after the merge, just add a luma keyer and view that, and boom, there we go. Black's gone. You could invert it if you wanted, and play around with the settings up here. So I do have a in-depth tutorial on that you can go check out too. It looks very hard. You'll get there. There's at least 3 nodes in that fusion tab. What do you mean fusion tab? Like 3 nodes. This is a few more than 3. So I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about there. Okay, now time to just animate these rays. What's the blend? That'll work. Want them to be out by there. Something like that. Is this kind of what you were thinking? Who said that? The creative modeler? Thank you. All right. We're just gonna keep working on this. How's that looking, guys? You guys like that? Could even add like a glow in there just to make that look a little better. Up the glow size. That's not giving me the exact effect that I want. Maybe for the raise effect, let's do this. Let's go ahead and add Luma Keyer. Bring this in and just get it so it's the brighter spots. Have that come into the raise. And set that so I can just bring that on top. There we go. I'll just have to bring up the intensity maybe a little. Maybe enough. How long does it usually take per project scene? Well, it all depends on what it is. I don't do a ton of motion graphics. I think it's kind of fun. But yeah, it all depends on how complicated. Like this I should be able to get done within an hour. And no, I do not have any sound or anything for this yet. This is a mistake here. We just need to grab the merge and put this onto the raise effect. Actually, onto the merge. There we go. Now it's fixed. So now I'll make that text also like pop up. Okay. Yeah, so I can do some sound design later. I have a huge sound library. If I come up to this, if I just type like whoosh. Okay, that's not as many as I thought, but I got a bunch of stuff like, as you can see, if I do break, I have all these different sound effects. It's like an Adobe thing. If you look up Adobe sound effects, they have, I think it's like 20 gigabytes of sound effects that I downloaded from them, which is really, really kind of crazy. So I just have that on my hard drive. Okay, let's go back into this. 4 or 4 here. Yeah, I just got to watch a bunch of tutorials. That's what I did. Also just spending a lot of time inside figuring stuff out. So that's kind of what I have to do with a lot of it. I make tutorials on all the stuff that no one has. So right now I'm doing a follower. I don't know. I should probably explain this. I just right-clicked in here, hit follower. And this will give us some cool effects. So then I added a keyframe in the position, so I'll just come up to about right here. And I'll move the position down. Right? You'll see why I'm doing the follower here in a second. We're also going to add the offset Z. And for some reason it's negative in 2D, but once you get to 3D, it's positive. It's kind of weird. Okay, so now that's the animation, right? Let's also go ahead and add some opacity animations. So it fades in nice. Okay, there we go. And now I'll come over to the delay. And what we can do is do the order inside out and then just bring on some delay. And now in the spline editor, let's just grab all these, hit F, ease it in. I keep saying easy ease in my tutorials too. I'm kind of used to After Effects. If you guys didn't know, I used After Effects before this. Okay. Do you use an external hard drive for editing to lessen the load on the computer? Which one do you recommend? Okay. Yes and no. So in my computer, I don't really have the most ideal setup for this. I'm looking at doing that in the future. I have a pretty good computer, but I can't take full advantage of it probably because of that. I have a M.2 solid state, one of the WWD or something like that, or WD. And then I also have 2 5 terabyte hard drives, like not solid state. And that's what I'm usually editing off of. So I want that to be a solid state eventually. So my read speed isn't super fast. So if I get up to higher quality footage, it'll kind of struggle with that. And then, like this logo, that's stored on my hard drive. And with the 5 terabyte ones, they were just backed up to each other. So if you can get a solid state, that'd be good. And if you can't put it in your computer, just get an external one. And it is better to have that off of your, like, it's not on your system drive. So Davinci Resolve is running on one drive, but then your files are on another drive. And that's how I'm going to set it up eventually. And I don't know which one I'd recommend. All depends on your situation, how much storage you want. But there's videos on that, so you can look it up. Why did I switch to Davinci? What was more appealing about it? So the price, $300 forever versus $30 a month for me because I'm a student. Yeah, so that's the big reason. And a lot of the stuff that After Effects had, I didn't need, or like I didn't use as much. All the stuff that I did in After Effects I could do in DaVinci. There was stuff I missed, like the audio stuff. But hopefully that's coming in 17. It's a lot more fun, that's true. And I love the node-based system. It is so much more powerful than After Effects. Can we have the After Effects tutorials as base and create them in Fusion? Because there are a ton of tutorials. Yeah, so that's what I do a lot of the time. I'll see like an After Effects tutorial. Like, for example, Andrew Kramer. You guys have probably seen him. He makes some really cool stuff. Video Copilot. And I saw his 3D light rays effect, and I wanted to be able to make that in DaVinci. And so I did a bunch of looking around, and I ended up making a tutorial on that. And I found a cool way to do it using the Locator 3D node. So go check that out. But that's the only tutorial out there so far that uses a true 3D method. So yeah, you can learn the same stuff. You'll just have to figure out like what nodes, like fast noise nodes. They're called fractal noise inside of After Effects. So there's differences in naming. But I'm gonna get back to working on this. Let me know if that kind of answered your question. Let's go ahead and add some motion blur to the text. I'll re-enable this for right now. There we go. I'm actually not liking that animation too much. Could do outside in, that'd be kind of funky. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and let this render. You agree it's a lot more fun? Yeah. So, how many of you guys have the studio version? I just bought it recently myself. For like the camera tracking. And like the upscaling, noise reduction stuff. Why is this taking so long to load? What the heck? It's barely using my computer. Huh. Okay, whatever. Let's turn off motion blur. Did I crash it? Should probably stop clicking around, just let it try and catch up. And do you guys still use After Effects, any of you? Or Premiere Pro? It's not everyone in here, it's just about Fusion. This is weird. I don't know why this isn't working. Let's just try and stop loading this. How do I load out the nodes? A lot of times just restarting it. That's sort of thing I'm gonna do. I don't think you can do it another way. So I'm gonna restart. So I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna hide my display. Okay. And cancel. Alright, so I'm restarting here. Anyone that comes in. So I just got the free version last week. I was angry it took so long. I will be buying the studio. Yeah. I mean, there's no hurt in downloading DaVinci because it's free, right? You just have to put in a little bit of information, then download it. Take up a few gigabytes, but that's fine, right? See if DaVinci's going to open, or if I'm going to have to force close it in Task Manager. That's something I'll have to do every now and then. Just going to check out the Discord server here, see what's going on. Is everyone that is watching in the Discord server? Looks like I'm gonna have to force close Davinci. Alright. It's not opening still. This is weird. Let's see. The only thing I wish Resolve had was the screenshot capture and the edit tab. So, like, if you wanted, let's say, I don't know, capture like a thumbnail or something. Just like a... I'm pretty sure it has that. Almost positive. A lot of times for my thumbnails, what I'll do, I use Affinity Photo to make them. Again, because I'm not paying for Photoshop. And I'll just go into the full screen viewer and control print screen. Paste in Affinity. And that works just fine. Okay, I'm almost back up in Davinci here. Yeah, sorry it's taking so long. It wasn't opening at first. I don't know if that'll happen to you guys. It's something to do. It just like overloads itself and you have to force close it in Task Manager. Alright, where's my project now? Don't know where I saved it. So what's your workaround? Alright. There we go. We're back. If we view this, is it going to crash again? There we go. Okay, let's look at that screenshot thing, okay? So we'll just hook this up. Okay, so I believe you can come... Timeline, where is it? Stills. Yeah, you come down to... Oh, wait. Maybe not. Stills. Let's see. I know that there's a way to do it. Okay. I know that there's a way, but otherwise what you can do is, so just hit P on your keyboard and it'll full screen it. And if you don't move your mouse, it'll be full screen. Then if you have one monitor, you can just do Control Print Screen. But if you have two, do Control Alt Print Screen. And now if I like come up into Affinity Photo, I'll just do New from Clipboard. And let's say that's not there. All I have to do is paste it into this, or you could even use Paint. If you're on Windows, or I'm sure Mac is an opportunity. Still at Color tab. You have to be in the Color tab. Okay, clip. Where was it? View stills. Grab still. Okay, so you grab it in the Color tab. Then you come to Gallery. Then right click. Do... Where is it? Here you have to do Export. And now I can export it as a file. Okay. And you can change this to PNG if you want. So, yep, you can do stills. Might be a little bit more than After Effects, or Premiere Pro, sorry. Okay. Oh, yep, so that's the way that you were thinking. Okay. You have to restart your PC, yeah. Okay, what is my PC specification? So, I have, let me just pull up Task Manager, because I always forget the number of my... I have the Ryzen Threadripper 2950X, that's what I forget. 16 cores. I have 32 gigabytes of DDR4 memory. And I have the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti. So it's a beefy machine. You don't speak English. Well, maybe you answered how to load the nodes. Oh, to like view them in the viewer windows. I believe that's what you're meaning. So what you can do is either just grab it and then drag it into one of them. Okay, so as you can see, that's viewing it. Or if you click on it, then hit either 1 or 2 in your keyboard. As you can see, it updates to those. Okay. Or you can hover over it and click one of these dots. Just like that. Hopefully that's what you're meaning. So yeah, the hotkeys would be 1 or 2, but I just drag them up. That's a habit that I got into. Hotkeys, yeah. So if you're talking about just other hotkeys that I use, I have the Davinci Resolve Editor's keyboard. It's a great keyboard. Go check out my video on it if you guys want. And then I just have a few on my mouse, like the split the clip, delete, undo, redo, save, all that. Okay, let's go ahead and continue here. What's the animation looking like? Let's go ahead and get this played for all the people that are new. If you guys are new, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I wonder if it's something with the follower, because that has been glitchy in the past. Because it's kind of going a little slow. Especially, again, for my specs. Looks like my graphics card is getting used. I actually have motion blur on again. Let's go ahead and disable that. Now this should play back a lot faster. I love the raise effect. That creative modeler, if you're still here. It's great. And we're gonna do some arrows now. Who was asking about that? Searching in the wrong spot. Yeah, you're still here. That's good. Yeah, so the EXR, what that is, that's using a saver node. Okay. So, what we'll do, someone write in chat the hotkeys. 1, 2. Okay. And okay, so we're doing the saver. So just after the media out or your last node, just type saver. Okay. And then you'll just browse, save it in a spot, and it'll export as images. And then if you drag all those images into Davinci Resolve, it'll import it as a clip. Okay. Yeah, I can see I already had the saver in that. So the loadout nodes, it's viewing it. Is that correct? Or am I totally getting you wrong? Let's go ahead and work on some of those arrows. So what I'm going to do is take down a background. I actually just helped someone with this the other day, or just today. So I'm going to come in here, and what I'll do is just, excuse me, try and get this as close as possible. I'll take another rectangle, and then just bring the height of this down as far as possible, still seeing it, just to get kind of like a midpoint, right? Then come into the polygon. Let's add dot there. Let's go forward a bit. Add one here. Then what we'll do is we'll just come up. Boom. Come down to about there. So something like that. Now, after this, add the mirrors. And we can remove the rectangle now. And with the mirrors effect, if we just set this to 90 degrees. Yeah, no problem, guys. Boom, we have an arrow. That's kind of small. Let's just come into the polygon. make this bigger. So I'll just do this for now. Okay. And now with this, we can just overlay these. I actually want them behind all this. Does anyone else have any questions or anything? Please let me know. Yeah, that's not right. There we go. That's kind of separated. I like it so far. That is good. What we'll do is we can just bring this down. Boom. Could even come in here and add like a border width to it. Just to give it, like, make it so it's a little rounded. What am I making? I'm just making like a little intro for the Discord server. I don't know if you're part of that. But it's, I just call it the Davinci Resolve community, so I'm just messing around with it. Let's go ahead and select these points. And I'm just going to click them. Hold down Control so it stays. Okay, it's not staying. It was at first. So I don't want it to be quite as big. So there, something like that. My computer is a monster. Yeah, it's a custom build machine. Custom built. Oh, you're Mr. Man. Hey, Clinton Man. Yeah, I should have known that. Welcome. Yeah, you're big into motion graphics. Maybe you'll have some tips for me. I don't know how I want this exactly. Let's just try this for now. Someone was suggesting or wanting to know how to do like arrows coming across, so I'm trying to do something like that. Just like maybe have these come down. I'm not sure. Did ya? Yeah. What I did is just took a polygon node and then used mirrors, the mirrors effect. Just like that to do it. Yeah, I think I actually gave you some tips. I remember that. Now that you mention it. Let's go ahead and set the angle to -30 degrees, which is going to make it so that if it goes in a straight line from here, it'll hit that corner. Oh yeah, the triangle. No, that's what I had said something like that. But I was going for a different type of arrow, kind of more like this originally. But then I wanted to add the border width. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that method actually. It's funny. So let's go ahead and put this up here. Add a keyframe, bring it down. And just like that. Let's set this to 1 and then 0. Okay, so something like that we could do. And now with this background, let's just make it like a gray, transparent, just something light. Okay, let's say you want this arrow to follow a specific line with right-on effect or something. Random polygon, gray with. Okay, I think I tried this. So I was trying to work on a lightsaber scratch, right? And I wanted it to follow a path that I made. Let's see. So let's just try this. I'm just going to copy this and paste it up here. And we'll take a mask paint. Mask paint is what you need to use to make it so that there's actually like a stroke. I could get a arrow PNG, but you know, I like doing stuff in Fusion. It's kind of easier. Well, I mean, that might be easier. It's just in the end, if like I want to animate that more, I can. Okay, so now what I'll do is take a transform, and can I just connect this to that path. What's the name of this path? It's a polygon stroke, so I wouldn't call it a path. That's a question. Turning this into a path, can I do that? Might be able to. Yeah, that's not it. Because you just have a transform to tie it to that spot. If I right click, modify, offset position. No, it's not going to be it. Yeah, that'd be nice. I know Reactor that has some stuff for like so I'm just gonna bring this off to the side. Is this what I draw again? Yeah, looks like it. It's a plugin manager. Okay, so I think it's hexagon. Yeah, hexagon tiles. So if I enable this, there we go. Just do install, and then close. It says I may need to restart Fusion. So if I just do like hex, yeah, looks like I need to. But you can do like hexagons with that. If you can just look it up. Yeah, it is. I don't use many. I have the audio one in right now. I was playing around with that. Okay. Let's go back to working on this. Transform. Oh wait, I could do path. If I did path up here. If I publish it, it just comes to that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That'd definitely be something that I'd want to do. Huh. Okay. If I find that out, I will let you know. I'll make a video because that's something that I would want to know as well. So if you find out, please message me, okay? But at the moment, I'd just be going through and manually animating it. Which, I mean, shouldn't take too long, depending on how long you want the path to be. I know it's inconvenient, but let's go ahead and extend both of these up. There we go, something like that. It's actually not ending at the exact same time. Let's just add, what is it 45 degrees? Or is the pivot point messed up? I don't know. Just leave it there for now. The path 1, 2, and 3, excuse me. So whenever you make a animation, it creates a path. So path 1 would be, where is it? I think it's going to be this transform here. This is the transform bringing down the logo, so that creates a path. So if you go in there, you can connect it to path 1 so that that transform is going to be doing the same motion as this path here. And this is the path controls. But like path 2 then would have been the text, and path 3 would have been this transform. Does that make sense? Now I want to add a duplicate node. And then just add some time offset. Yeah, see, this is where it's going to start looking funky. If I don't get this perfect. Something like that. That looks decent. And does anyone know if there's a way in a duplicate node? Oh wait, gain. Maybe this. In a duplicate node, if you make copies, let's say, why is that not a copy not showing up? Like, can you somehow? Oh, I see what it's doing. So can you somehow make it so they fade away? So like the first one here is gonna like be the gray, then this one's gonna be in between gray and white, then the next one's gonna be white or something like that. So I don't know how to do that. Now you can kind of achieve that effect with like trails. Like if you were to bring the gain down, how they'll fade off almost. But this one like constant. So yeah, I'm not sure. Because I've been looking for this feature. If I can find it, I can make some pretty cool stuff. Maybe it's some of these. I don't know. I could do a time offset. But may have to keyframe the copies, yeah. I would use a time offset. But that just seems more difficult. I don't see why they don't just have it so that you can fade it off. Like, After Effects, that's another one, the echo effect. I don't know if you guys know that. It does what I'm talking about pretty much. So let's just go ahead and do a time offset. So, where am I going to want to do this? Let's just do it after the transform. Okay, then this go into a background, you guys think? Have that for the color. Like that. Now if we just add time offset, it's going the wrong way. Like that. Polygon mask is still looking a little funky. And I think we should maybe come. There we go. Okay. Where do I find resources to fully learn Fusion? Trial and error. I watch a bunch of tutorials. And I like, cause you should just watch tutorials even if it's not something that you want to learn how to do. Because there's so many cool tips in there, that you wouldn't have known unless you had watched that video. Like that's one of the things that really helped me learn. Yeah, like, Clinton Man or Mr. Man said. Also, I've looked at the manual. That's how I found out about a few cool features. And I've accidentally animated this mask. Whoops. Remove key. We need this gonna come in here. So, I mean, there's kind of a book. I've technically used a book. But it all depends on like how much time you want to spend with it and if you want to do that. Whenever I do that, it has this cool spot that it's Fusion nodes. So it has a full description of every node, which is really cool. So I'd recommend checking that out, even if you have used Fusion for a while. Cause it'll show you about a bunch of cool tools. Like that's how I found out about the locator 3D that I did with the light rays effect. I'm kind of liking that. Could even like reverse it so it goes that way and then it comes back up one of the other sides. Would that be cool? I'll show you here. Let's just do a time speed. Bring this in, and we'd want like 15 frames of delay. Add a transform. I hate it when like the nodes push other nodes like that. I don't know if you saw that or if you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and flip that, flip it again. There, something like that. And now just merge this up. So let's try this. There we go, I like that. What do you guys think? Yeah, time speed node's really nice. I do as well. How's that look? Fusion is a manual that's pretty helpful, as well as node manual that explains what each node does. Yep. And welcome, Saudi. Are you on like a different account? Did you rename it? Yeah, it does add a rendering time a little bit, but for me that's fine, just because of my PC. And as long as it produces a cool effect, even if I don't have a good PC, to me it's worth it. Can we do like here, let's get a fast noise node. And just make this be going really fast. Bring brightness up, like something like that. And actually, no, we'd wanna like animate this. So like that. Needs to be completely where's the blend? Is there not a blend in fast noise? Okay. I look forward to seeing a book on the follower node. Where's the follower node? Oh, the p-follow? Is that what you're talking about? Or just the follower modifier? Because that's pretty easy to understand. I can walk you through that if you want. So anyways, what I want to do with this then is brightness and contrast. It's like towards the end here. I'll just crank up the brightness. Oh wait, I gotta be viewing it. That's why it's not working. So I can do that. Saturation. Okay, let's just undo all this. And keyframe, keyframe, keyframe. Bring this down. Bring that up. And bring this up. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So I'm pretty decent with that. So let's just look at that. I use that in my thing there. So right click follower, right? And so pretty much the first page is just going to be all about the delay, pretty much the thing that makes a follower a follower. So the range is the certain amount of characters. You can select that. All characters is the most used. Then the order, you can do manual stuff. But just all these. The delay type between each character or between the first and last. So it'll be 2 frames, 2 seconds, whatever that is, in between each character, or 2 seconds between when the first one stops, the animation, and the last one stops. And then all your text settings and all these will be affected by the follower controls. So I mean, it's pretty simple. I don't know if that made sense, if I didn't explain that correct. Let's go ahead and do a nice fade off into black here now. Is that not working? Frames, yeah. I only touched the basics. What? I did? There's more? What else is there? Am I missing stuff? Didn't I realize this the whole time? These are all the controls. So what do you mean by that? That I only touched the basics? Does anyone know why this fade isn't working? Oh wait, it is now. It's like locking in on one. Oh, is it because of the brightness and contrast? That could be. One of these is messing it up. No, not that. That's not it. Does anyone know why this? Because I have it set up right. Fades off. Okay, now it's not fading off. Whoops. It's just like instant. So maybe if I set this to 0.1, will it work? Kind of. Or specifically, it starts at 0.0. 0.01. Okay, now it's completely black. What? Okay, I'll have to check out his tutorial. Yeah, you can animate text like crazy in it. I have a tutorial on the follower, but it's just pretty much everything I just said there. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm missing stuff. Make sure you make some stuff covering that, or like using that so we can see it. What you mean? Share that in the Discord. This is so weird. Maybe let me just flip the inputs here and just reverse this. Will this work? No, it's still not working. Why is that? I'm so confused. What's on with the apply mode? Huh. Okay, well, what we can do is just do an edit page fade away. Does that sound? Let's go ahead and let this load. So we can just give this a second. You think, oh, that could be the delay. Yep. Well, no, still, because it's a harsh stop to, it just goes to black suddenly. I can just do it on the edit page. I mean, that works. But still, the delay was not on. It should override that, because I was putting a black background node above it. So what's confusing? So I have my composition, right? Then I wanted it to fade to black at the end. So I put a background node set to black, and I had that just plugged into the end of the last merge. And I had the background node coming in as the background. And I did the blend, which is like the fade between, right? To bring down the foreground. But it only switched at the last frame before the keyframe. And then even when I switched it around, so that the background was on top, still the same thing. So I can just do an edit page fade out, but I'm confused to why that's happening. Alright, this is rendering. Does anybody else in the stream have some questions? We have 13 people watching. Any questions about just Davinci Resolve in general? It's taking a little while to go. Yeah, I'm just looking, and the Discord server hit 900 members. That's pretty cool. Is my background not long enough? I mean, I just dragged it down. I'll check that once this finishes loading. 11 people shy. 11 people shy of what? Okay, so with Reactor, I'm just gonna go back into this fusion composition at the moment. The Reactor, I just pulled that up. Let me find this again. Who else uses everything? It's a program that you can search stuff with. It's really cool. So you get the Reactor file, right? And let me just find the original one here. It should be in my downloads, right? Okay. Here's the install. So you just drag the install right into Davinci, right? And this will come up, so ready to install. So you just do install and launch. And so that's how you bring it in. Once you download it, you can just look up the download. And it'll just take a minute here. And then what you do is it'll pull up this window, and you can go through and select all of them that you want. My brightness contrast does have a mask. That's what the fast noise is. Okay, so you get this window, and what you can do is you can click on any of these, and it'll like grid texture based on gradient. Then you can look at the thread if you want, right? And you can do any of these, or do stuff with all that. When I was in here, is this the one with the Connect 3D in it? No, it's not. That's a different one. But yeah, there's a bunch of cool ones. Then a lot of them you have to restart Davinci Resolve. I think I actually have the advanced grid. If I go to... I had it at one point. I don't think I have it anymore. Forgot to add the mask on the background. I shouldn't have needed a mask on the background, though. Oh, I see what you're saying now. About the 11 people. Alright. So yeah, I just had my background coming in. If I do this, it's the right length, right? Okay, now it's working. But I think it was doing this before. So I had a keyframe. Then I go to the end. Yeah, see, it's not fading away. It should be fading away, correct? You'd think it would be. But it's not. Until the last frame, where it goes black. Or that was maybe the first one. I don't know. So I'm just going to do this on the edit page. Now I have to wait for this whole thing to load again. Let's go ahead and play this on the Fusion page for now. Click on the media out and hit play. could take a little while to do. But, so what mask did you think I needed to add on the background? Yeah, so I had it into the foreground before, and it wasn't working. Unless I did something wrong, which is very possible. How do you guys liking this so far? Do you think it looks pretty good? Got 14 people, 14 likes. Same numbers. Okay, yeah. Probably not. Oh, looks great. Yeah, I love that light rays effect. I would not have thought about that. That's really cool. Still rendering here. Welcome anyone that's new. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and ask them in the chat. You're watching on your phone, yeah. Here, I can zoom in if you guys want, just a little bit. Let me just get this positioned right. I mean, I can't fit the whole thing. Maybe I can. There we go. Oh, guess I can't be zoomed in at the same time. Whatever. I'm good at motion graphics. Yeah, not compared to you, man. You're great. Yeah. Still, though, I don't think it should affect it. If you're fading in a background on top of it, it should override it. Should. My comp is messy. Thank you. Yeah. I don't really have too many great tips on staying organized. That much. What do you do to stay organized? This is kind of how all my comps turn out. For anything that I do visual effects. Saudi is great. Have you seen some of the stuff you've done, man? It's crazy. Gotta give yourself some more credit there. Just looking through Discord here, trying to find some of your stuff. It's your audio. I should probably mute that. I love your Father's Day thing. That's cool. I didn't see that before. See, look at this. I'm gonna play yours to show everyone else. Look at that. That's crazy. I love that. Mine is nowhere close to as good as that. Yeah, I guess I could render it. I'd probably go a little bit faster. I should maybe do that. Going back to edit it next week would be tough. Yeah, I'd agree. That was not necessary. I hadn't seen that one yet. I must have missed it. There was a lot of chat going on this morning. We're thinking about possibly doing like a collab thing or something. That'd be cool if we did that with motion graphics. See who can make who can make the best motion graphics. Have like a competition across the server. Not a fan of the spotlight. Okay, sorry about that. But now we have this able to play back in real time. Awesome. Discord is getting packed. Yep, it is. I like it. Underlays, yep, I've used those in the past as well. I don't use it too much, but okay. There we go. This is what we have. So let's, and I also kind of wanted to add some like sound effects. So let's search here. Oh no. That's not exactly what I want. Let me turn on my audio. So you guys are gonna have to let me know how the audio level is mixed, because I don't usually do that in OBS. Actually, wait a minute. My audio is not even coming through to you guys because of how this is set up. There we go. Now I should be able to hear it. If I do the... That's interesting. A slice. That's not exactly. I don't know. What would you call this? I know art visual. Anything that has art visual in it. Let's see here. Let me just view his transitions, see what they're named. Spin. That's what they use. So spin. So I could do some of these things. So if we just drag this down. What do you guys use for sound effects? Yeah, I'll get background audio as well. I don't want this to be have quite as much bass. Let's just... Yeah. I could do like a zoom out sound effect. These art visual transitions are great. That's gonna need to be like a second long probably. Let's go ahead, add some EQ to it. Do you guys do a lot of EQ in Resolve, if any? Sounds perfect. That's great. I don't like that one as much. I think this one needs to have like a little more bass to it. So add like a little bit there. A little more in that. Yeah. Right. It's kind of coming in loud. How's that going for you guys? Could do something like these. It's a little long. Epidemic sound, yeah. I don't have any paid subscriptions. And I don't really plan on getting any at the moment. It's not worth it. I have all these transitions because I got them for free for making a video, so let's It's kind of an interesting sound that's making. Yeah, that'd be nice. Wonder if I have just any ambient, like, bass stuff. Something like that. Yeah, hunt on YouTube for sounds, okay. All this stuff is free, like well, most of them, not the art visual stuff. Yep, I'm gonna be having a sound for arrows as well. Okay. I don't have slice. Pretty sure the art visual. Oh, that's weird. These are some interesting sound effects. Let's find something short. Guys, let's do like spin right. This would be kind of a cool one, I think. Spin right for 0.5 seconds. Just have 3 of these. Now let's go to the Fairlight page. How do you get the preview window? What's that again? You know how there's sometimes like a preview window up here? Ah, there we go. Let's keep these down here. That needs to be a little longer. Is there not a snapping mode? Why can't I snap to the end of this clip here? That's weird. Let's go ahead and delete that. Which one was the one that I used? Okay, here we go. Quick spin. Let's go ahead and trim this off. More bass, you think? Let's go like that. Offset this. What? There we go. I will get some more bass. The sound I deleted. Which one did I delete? Oh wait, I see what you're saying. Does that sound good? I think the bass needs to go down on these for sure. That. It's kind of a cool thing that gives you the preview there. Haven't seen that feature before. Let's copy these. Actually, I'll come to the beginning frame here. Then if I copy them, that should move it, right? Yeah, it does cut out there. Just paste these and select them all, bring them down. Alright, see ya. Sounds strange, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. That's kind of the idea. Yeah, maybe something just like super low. I was almost thinking like a cutting sound, but I think maybe I'll just do it opposite for this one. Something like that. Something like that. How do you think that sounds? Yeah, I think that's too much bass. What do you guys think? Maybe just add like a little more. Alright, see you, Saudi. I'm liking this sound actually. I said that with the other one, so we'll see. Maybe another sound. Okay. Here, let me just check my phone. Okay. All right. Hey, maybe. If we could remove that like high pitch thing there. You like being punched by bass? Yeah, bass is pretty nice. I have the Skull Candy Crusher wireless. I can change the speed and pitch. You're right. I'm gonna try and take that out. So I kind of stop it there or delete. Can you not just use fade in handles on? Here we go. There we go. So what do you guys think? High or low for the arrows coming across? Kind of liking this actually. jet. I don't know. What's that? The audio waveforms look pretty cool. Probably gonna end the stream here pretty quick. If you guys want to give some feedback on this. Oh, pop-out viewer. That's cool. That's good. This is cool. Awesome. I think I'm actually gonna remove the second set of arrows. This because I think it's too much. Yeah, see, you were saying that too. I'm gonna remove that. Let's just come into Fusion here quick. And boom, that was easy. So now I just have to wait for this to update again. But I'll get this perfected here, and then I'll send in the Discord to all you people in the Discord. So that'd be cool. And if you're not already, go ahead and join it. I can send a link in the chat at the moment. Give me 2 seconds. Just gotta pull it up. And let's just click the invite. And boom. There we go. Go ahead and click that link and get signed up. And if you guys join from the stream, let me know. It'll be cool. You guys will have a great time. Maybe a stronger font. Okay, I can look at that too. Awesome. Well, thank you guys all for tuning in. If you guys want some more of these, let me know. I'll probably do like a poll on my community tab and maybe some stuff in the Discord. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Gonna end it now.